Hello, everybody. This is Frank Lewis, host of the Behind the Curtain show here at Pasadena Media. I'm blessed today to have two young men with me from Pasadena City College. I have Dr. Price and Ibrahim Naeem. Did I get your name right, sir?
You did a good job.
Thank you very much. Now, I'm going to start with the doctor. I understand that you guys have a program in which you've been doing for 12 years. Can you tell us just a little bit about that?
Sure. Certainly, we're happy to do the program. We recently took over the program last year. That is the 11th annual conference, and we're happy to entertain. We're happy to train. We're happy to teach our young men. The program focuses on building better men, giving them guidance, and just giving them a pathway for the future. So Ibrahim and we've been doing this for the last 2 years, but prior to that, we were involved with another organization.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about your background.
Well, I've been at Pasadena City College for about 25 years.
Okay.
And I've always worked, for example, with black students. I first started working with the Black Student Alliance, and then I worked with the African American Male Enrichment Program. I teach courses having to do with black studies, namely the sociology of the African American, and always involved with issues concerning African Americans on and off campus.
Okay, wonderful. Now, my brother, Ibrahim.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about yourself and your background first, and then we'll get into what you're doing with the students.
All righty. I've been around Pasadena for quite a while. I came here in 1978, and I got involved with the Urban League. I was the director of the Urban League here for a number of years.
Okay.
And I also, then I moved down to San Diego. I was the CEO of the Urban League of San Diego.
All right.
Came back to Pasadena, and I ran a nonprofit coalition for a nonviolent city that was an anti-gang, anti-violence program.
All right.
And after that, I decided to get serious and get a real job. So I went out to Pasadena City College. I've been there for 15 years.
Okay, and what do you do at Pasadena City College?
I work in the non-credit division, so I'm the operations supervisor for that campus.
Oh, okay. Okay, now, I'm noticing that, I worked at Pasadena High School for many years, and every year when this would come around, I would get some students together, and the principal would get some students together and get them involved in the program. And what do you say with in this city of Pasadena? We've got some problems in this city. And what do you see that this program can do to alleviate the problems, to help the problem that we have in this city? We have gang problems, we've got drug problems. How can this help the young brothers? Dr. Price.
On the one hand, we have to get them there first.
Okay.
That's the first thing. We need to recruit them. We need to reach out to them so they would come to us. When they come to us, it's important for us to embrace them,
Yes.
to teach them, to raise their consciousness. In this world, as you know, it is very difficult for a black man, a black male. So we want to put our arms around them, teach them the nuances about this society and about the educational system. We are about educating our youth. We want them to move forward. We want them to be empowered, as it were, with tools to be successful either in college or beyond college. So I think it's crucial that they come. Gang violence is problematic, to say the least. But gang violence is something that we can certainly address. We can certainly talk to them about that. But what I'm trying to say regarding gang violence, it kind of leads them in a direction in which they don't want to go. In many cases, it's not their fault. They don't even know why they're involved in the gang,
Exactly.
as it were.
Right.
And so we try to explain and quell that nature. Often gangs say that they're families. We can be an alternative family to them. But our main thing is education. A lot of times, most folks who are in prison You know, they have dropped out of school. They have a little education or a lack of education. So our job, as it were, is really to teach, to train, to guide, etc. And not simply for that one day. Our conference, of course, is one day. But we reach out to them. We want them to know that we're available the whole time.
Yes.
I teach there, Ibrahim teaches there, and we're there the whole time throughout the year, etc. We both live in the community to reach out to our youth. And we have, in fact, affected many of our youth over the years.
Okay, that's what I was going to get into. Say a guy comes, he's fresh out of high school, or he's fresh out of Pasadena City College, and he's out in the workforce now, and he's got problems. Can he come back and call you up and say, hey, I need some help? Are you guys available for that?
That's automatic.
Automatic.
That's automatic.
Now, I have another question for you. Now, we just spoke on gang violence, and that's a small thing. Everybody, you know, the media and where the politics are now, you know, all you hear about is MS-13 and all of these gangs, and, you know, that's this much of the problem. What do you see as a problem for young black males in the United States? I'm going to say the whole country. Because, you know, Pasadena, we've got the same problems that they've basically got in Baltimore, Ferguson, Detroit. What do you see as the main problem?
Or
what some of the main problems?
Some of the problems. I'll start with the fact, let's try to keep them alive, okay? When they go out to have a evening, I have sons, so you worry about them even coming back.
Exactly.
And you know they're not out there doing anything wrong. It's the society's perception of who they are as young black men that somehow is frightening and fearful, particularly to police officers, and so they shoot them out of fear. So this is a problem. Making sure that they get the right kind of education is also a challenge because there's so many things that pull them away or push them out of the school systems that we have as they are currently constructed. So looking at education and how we can keep them engaged in that process so they can be successful is another issue. Employment, of course, is another issue.
Exactly.
We hear a lot of people touting, particularly the president, about the lowest unemployment rate for African Americans. But at the same time, I don't think anybody can tell me that the people who are most unemployed or underemployed are young African American males.
Right.
And so without that ability to earn a decent living, that encourages behaviors that are sometimes counterproductive. So we have a lot of problems that we can address, and we're not purporting to say that our conference is going to address all of these problems, but we'll certainly give young people options and alternatives. Young people a lot of times don't know the way. They're young, they're inexperienced, and so they need to have people show them options, ways that they can pursue that lead them into a constructive and a productive lifestyle.
Yes, amen to that. And you know, the thing is that we, as black males, older black males, elders in the community, we are the ones, in my opinion, that need to get out there and grab these kids, these boys, and pull them in and give them education. Because I always would tell some of my students that I worked with at Pasadena High School, you know, if I don't teach you, the streets are going to teach you, police are going to teach you, or the penitentiary is going to teach you, and it's not the teaching that you want. You know, it's up to us to pull these guys in, you know, and I'm really glad to see that you brothers are doing that. Now, tell me about the conference. When is it? Where is it? How can we get involved?
I'm glad you asked, and certainly we want you to get involved.
I'm there, brother.
Yeah.
I'm there.
So let's start with the date of the conference. It is October 20th.
Okay.
It is a Saturday morning. It will be at Pasadena City College. We start at 8 a.m. and we conclude around 2. Specifically, we will be in the Creveling Lounge. Also, let me say that we have various seminars specifically for our young people. And may I read them to you?
Go right ahead.
One seminar encompasses the black male college experience. Another seminar focuses on technology and social media. Another seminar focuses on academic attitude. Furthermore, we have a seminar which includes Do the Right Thing. And finally, we will have a tech bus there that will teach coding to our young people. And so those are the specific seminars for our young people. We also have seminars for parents. It's important, as it were, to connect parents to our young people. And oftentimes the parents will bring the young people to the conference. So we want parents, as it were, to attend and be a part of the conference. For example, the parent seminars include mental health and beyond. And finally, we have a parent seminar that focuses on college checklist. And we're excited about both of those seminars. Our guest speaker, who is really world renowned, is DL. Darren Lyons. He's again a resident of Pasadena and just a phenomenal motivational speaker. Our young people fall in love with him. He's come to PCC on several times. Again, he's real renowned, and you probably know him by being in the community.
Yes.
So we have other highlights, other treats, as it were, but that's the meat of the conference. And again, we're a teaching institution, you see.
Right.
And so we really focus on student success. And so our focus, as it were, is African Americans, and we're not ashamed about that.
Exactly.
Black people, black
Right.
men, and we
Right.
want them to move forward. And we feel, as you feel, that if we're not there helping them, who will be there to help them? So it's important to go out of our way and help our youth, to work with them, to guide them, to be there for them. Because again, if we're not there, who will be there for them?
Exactly. Another question before we wrap this up. Two more questions. Now, if I'm in the community later on today or before the 20th, and I ran across some young brothers I know, and I say, hey man, there's a thing going on at Pasadena City College for young African American males. I think you need to go and check it out. Do they need to register? Can they just show up? What is the procedure on that?
Yes, they do need to register, and we will have a website up and running so that makes the registration easier for them.
Okay.
Flyers are being designed currently, and they will be in numerous places around the community so that people can have access to that information. Jackie Robinson Center, public libraries. Of course, we work with the public schools, and we've had a great deal of support
Right.
in working with the public schools. Michelle Bailey Richardson has been phenomenal in working with our committee. So we depend quite a bit on the public schools, not only here in PUSD, but also in Monrovia and Duarte to help bring those young men to this conference.
Okay, well listen, I'd like to thank both of you brothers for, first of all, for being a part of the struggle, because it is a struggle out there helping these young brothers and doing the work that you're doing. And you know, you've got help. You got a lot of help. You got bigger help than you know about, but you know about it. And it's you're gonna win.
Alhamdulillah, yeah.
You know, as we chip at this problem, we will take care of this problem. You know, people will always say, no, yeah, it ain't no good, this is not happening. No, that negative attitude has got to go. So,
Part of what we want to do is make certain that our students know that they are geniuses. Too
Exactly.
often they are told that they are other than that.
Right.
But they need to know, and we can facilitate that,
Right.
that they are in fact geniuses. And so we want to put that out there, frankly, because so much of other information has been put out there.
Yeah.
And we need to change the paradigm.
All right, we're back here, and I'm with Dr. Price. I'm going to have a question for you. What is the success rate of this program?
Well, our conference is really, really successful. Many of our students attend on the one hand, come back on the other, and finally attend college. We do surveys each year, and the surveys indicate that our students really are impacted by our conference.
Okay. And do you have students that return and come and volunteer and want to help out? Because I know dynamic guys like yourself, you're role models. And, you know, they want to be like you. You know, so I know some come back. Tell us
We
about
not only have students who come back, we have a program on campus called Ujima that's geared to introducing first year and second year students to the college life and to the academic environment, to support them. Yes, they do come back, and they in fact go out and reach out other young people as well. So it's dynamic. We get old heads like you and me coming to help out too.
And may I add, two of our presenters are previous or former students of PCC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and before you guys leave today, I want to give you some information, my card, and so we can connect up so that I can get involved with this program also. And I also would like to just say I have a book entitled Single Mother's Guide to Raising Black Boys. And it's a book that's for mothers of all races who are raising black boys, because we do have that. And I think that book is somewhat helpful. And I'd like to introduce you fellas to that book also. It has some, it's not a magic wand, of course, but it has some tips. The Single Mother's Guide to Raising Black Boys. Got to change it, got to change it. I want to thank Ibrahim, Naeem,
Thank you.
Price, Dr. Price.
Dr. Price.
Yes, sir.
See, I'm getting old,
all
64
good.
years old, man. It slips sometimes. Dr. Price, for joining us today here on Behind the Curtains.